Well, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. I am Dr. Roberta Westbrook. I'm the Chief Veterinarian here at the Houston SPCA, and I'm so happy to be able to speak with you guys today. Listen, it is Memorial Day weekend. It is time for you guys to get out of the house and come see us. Please come down to our campus. If you've never been here, a few things that will help you. We do not require appointments currently to adopt our small animals and mammals. So if you're interested in bringing a dog or a cat or a rabbit into your home, please come down and visit with our animals. It's even just a fun day out with the family to come walk through the shelter and see all the beautiful pets that we have available. I mean, we've got dogs, cats, rabbits. We've even got farm animals, pigs, goats, horses. And if you're interested in adopting even one of our farm animals, you can go to HoustonSPCA.org and fill out an application, and we can get that processed for you. So thank you so much for being here. We're going to be with you every Friday at 12:30, talking about a lot of different topics and giving you some information about your pets. I do want to introduce you to a very cute girl here named Kelly. Kelly is one of our wonderful pets here at the Houston SPCA who is up for adoption. Look at this cute, beautiful face. Kelly came to us actually as a rescue through our cruelty and investigations department. So unfortunately, Kelly suffered a really severe injury to her left rear leg. It was broken in numerous places. And unfortunately, because she did not get the care that she needed right away, those fractures healed abnormally, and she wasn't able to use her leg well. And we did surgery on the leg. She had an amputation, and she's doing amazing. She's doing amazing on three legs. She's faster than any four-legged animal that you've probably ever seen. So she's a great dog. She's so relaxed, having fun here, entertaining herself. So please feel free to come by and see all of the great dogs that we have today. So if you're coming to think about having a pet join your family, we always like to ask new adopters to be very patient with the pets that you bring into your home. It can take some time for them to get used to their new environment. So it can take up to 3 months for you to see the full behavior and to get your pet fully acclimated to your life at home. It takes about 3 days for them to just decompress, kind of get used to their surroundings. It can take about 3 weeks for them to learn your routine, and it can take up to 3 months for them to be completely normal and for you to see what their real personality is going to be like. So patience is really important. When animals go into a new environment, they can experience anxiety. And that's true for even us, right? When we go to new environments, we're meeting new people, there can be a little bit of anxiety there related to that. So when you're bringing a new pet into your home, be patient. We'll give you some tips on how to get them acclimated to your environment. And not only will they have anxiety when they're coming into your home, but many of you are starting to go back to work. As we see the city and the state and the country opening up after the COVID pandemic, what we're realizing is that pets are having to make an adjustment for that as well. If you've been working from home and you've been spending a lot of time with your pets at home all day, they're used to that. You know, our dogs are pack animals and they love to be with you. They love to be around you. As you make your way back to work, they're going to have to go through an adjustment as well. And it may be a little bit of anxious experience for them. So I'm going to give you some tips for how to handle that today. So as you are with me today, please start thinking about questions that you might have about pet anxiety in general. And I'll try to see if I can help you out there and give you some tips. And in the meantime, we'll get started with some tips. Let me know if any questions come up. And I'd like to say that, you know, when you are experiencing pet anxiety, one of the first things that you want to notice about your pet is how they act when you aren't around. You may not even know if your pet is experiencing anxiety. It takes some time for you to realize that. So one thing that you might want to do is practice separating from your pet throughout the day and see how your pet reacts when you aren't around. Is your pet calm? Are they okay being by themselves? Do they entertain themselves? Or do they really get sort of anxious without you? Signs that your pet may be anxious without you. They may whine or cry. Some pets may even resort to destructive activities. They may chew things up. They can scratch at the doors. They can paw at the carpet. Some pets can experience a large amount of anxiety. And so it's a good idea if you just practice separating your pet from your pet a few times throughout the day so you can see how they do, first of all. Any questions?
Yeah, we have one that says, how can I help my pet who is afraid of fireworks this weekend?
Oh, wow. That's a great question. That is a very common problem during those holidays that use fireworks, that we have pets that have anxiety from fireworks, loud noises, thunderstorms, and there's a few things that you can do. If you have not visited your family veterinarian, please do that, because they can guide you a little bit more. You can tell them what signs your pet experiences when the fireworks go off, and they may be able to guide you. But a few things that you can start with: be with your pet. So if you know that your pet has anxiety with loud noises, try to stay home, try to be with them, try to do things that might distract them from the loud noises. So you can play calming music. You can give them toys to focus on. So directing that mental energy away from the loud noises and onto something that they enjoy, like a food puzzle or a treat, that can really help them to be calm. There are certainly some other things that you can try, such as that would mimic you kind of giving your pet a nice hug. And those are things like the thunderstorm t-shirts. Those can help. So there's numerous things that you can do. I would say be home with your pet. Try to use some mental stimulation to distract them from the loud noises. Play some calming music, and use some toys and mental stimulation activities for them.
We just had a question about the thunder shirts and what you thought about them.
I think thunder shirts can work very well for some pets. So if your pet has mild anxiety, a thunder shirt is just a tight fitting, kind of like a t-shirt that you can put on your pet. And what it does is it mimics a little hug for them. And so it can help them feel very comforted during times of anxiety. Some pets do really well with it. Other pets may need additional therapies to try to help them get used to that stressful situation. So I will start by talking about a few toys that you can use to try to help keep your pet mentally stimulated while you're away. So I have a few toys here. And these are things that you can try at home while you are with your pet. So some of you may not know what kind of toys are safe for my pet, and how do I know which toys would be appropriate and which ones are not going to be appropriate. I would say purchase several different types of toys that you might think your pet might be interested in. That could be a nice little chew bone with a squeaker in it. It could be a toy like this, a Kong. These are toys that you can put food in that will allow your pet to really work to get the food out. It's very mentally stimulating, and it can keep them busy for hours. So you can get toys like this. This is actually called a snuffle mat. So you can hide little kernels of toys in the snuffle mat, and your pet can work to get the toys out. There are tennis balls, rope toys, and you can fill some of the Kongs with treats, and that can help to keep them very busy. So again, if you're thinking of keeping your pet mentally stimulated, buy a variety of toys, observe your pet playing with the toys to try to get an idea about which types of toys are going to be safe for your pet. Some of them like to destroy the toys really quickly, and others will play with them for hours, and that can kind of help you keep your pet focused. Is there another question?
So I've got my dog crate trained, but he has recently started whining a lot. How do I calm him down without training bad habits?
Absolutely. So if you are noticing that your pet is beginning to whine in the crate, what you don't want to do is reward the whining by letting your pet out as soon as they start whining. What you may have to do is kind of back up on your crate training really and start small. So that means do an interesting thing. I have a crate here, and so we can practice here. So if you have a crate similar to this, You want to make the crate an inviting place for your pet. You do not want the crate to be associated with anything negative. So avoid using the crate for punishment. So if your pet does something that you don't like, don't put your pet in the crate. It should be very positive. You can put a nice blanket in here, maybe a t-shirt that smells like you or a family member who the pet is really attached to. You can put treats in the crate, and that can oftentimes encourage them to go in. For example, Kelly loves going inside the crate for treats. And so if your pet's very food driven, putting food inside the crate can really make the crate a wonderful, positive place for them. And reward your pet for being quiet in the crate and taking their meals very calmly and in a very positive way inside the crate. And once they are calm, you can open the crate and let your pet out. And then work that time period up. So you may start with about 5 minutes, and then you can work up to leaving them into the crate in 10 minutes. And so if your pet used to be great in the crate and is now kind of backtracking, you may have to kind of start that training, not all over again, but a little bit. You want to start working your pet up to having pleasant experiences for short periods of time.
Great.
Yeah, good job, Kelly.
What are some good enrichment exercises for my pet?
Great. So enrichment exercises are important. And the reason enrichment is important is because when we think about health for our pets, it is not just physical health. It's important that you take your pet to the veterinarian at least once a year to make sure their physical health is okay. But really, mental health is huge. It's important, just like it is for us. We want our pets to be able to get physical activity, mental stimulation, to keep them busy and keep their minds sharp and keep them young. So one thing that you can do is, as I mentioned before, a variety of toys, food puzzles, making them work for their food, for example. So if you typically would just at feeding time pour the food into your pet's bowl, maybe you can start interjecting a different type of feeding method where you can put your pet's kibble inside of a toy like this and make them work to get it out, or make them work to find their kernels inside a snuffle mat. That's really good mental stimulation. Even things like taking your pet for a walk so that they can experience the outdoors, different sights, different sounds. All of that is great mental stimulation and can help keep them healthy throughout their life. So more toys. If you guys have, again, it's Memorial Day weekend. If you are looking for something to do, please come to our campus. Please visit with us. We are having a wonderful time here with animals from a variety of species. So it's going to be a great weekend. Please come on out. With regard to separation anxiety as well, I wanted to mention this. Again, anything that I've spoken with you about today, please run by your family veterinarian. If you find that your pet is experiencing severe separation anxiety, it's probably a great idea to run that by your family veterinarian and see if there's something more that you can do aside from the things that we've discussed here. Any other questions? All right. Then what I would encourage you to do is go to HoustonSPCA.org. This weekend, we are going to be doing an iWalk, a virtual walk to raise money to help support our mission and our organization here. So however you want to participate is great and helpful to us. So please go to our website and participate in iWalk. It's going to be a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. We hope to see you soon. Have a great weekend. And again, my name is Dr. Roberta Westbrook, and great to see you guys. And we'll see you again next week, next Friday.